who transformed the state. The man was built dream and has helped also to change the situation and the perception of people from Edo State. Well, before they travel abroad, right now they return home to invest. Let's welcome His Excellency, Comrade Adams Aliu Oshiomhole MNI, the Executive Governor of Edo State, for his speech. Please put your hands together for him.
The honorable members of the House of Reps here present, those who were majority leaders in Edo and they come to Abuja and become a member. Honorable Philip Shaibu, other members of the House of Reps, past and present, members of the House of Assembly, my friends and brother and comrade, our former Minister of Health, comrade Professor Wachukwu, the proprietor of this beautiful edifice, Alliance Hospital, Dr. Christopher Atabo, and other members of the management, honorable commissioners from Edo State, ladies and gentlemen. Let me, on behalf of the government and people of Edo State, congratulate, as we say back home, our own son, in whom we are extremely proud, Dr. Christopher Atabo, for what you have accomplished for yourself, for our state, and for our great nation. The MC, a very seductive speaker, wondered why I was here. It's not because we have a hospital in Benin. The Edo territory, as we say in Edo State, our Oba owns the whole land in the world, including Federal Capital Territory. Don't go and tell the minister I said so. But if you tell him, we will call on the oracle, and the minister will bow. I think for me, wherever the Edo man is, by my mandate, Edo State is there. And we have clear duties and responsibilities to identify with our people, but much so when you have a proud brother and son of our state who is doing well. We want to be in the news for the good reasons. We don't want to be in the news because there is lesser fever and you are rushing people to die your facility in Irua. We want to be in the news because our sons and daughters are performing miracles here in the heart of Benin. So Atabo, I want to congratulate you. First, to be a doctor is not easy. In my days in the NLC, I had a very interesting conversation with a public servant who was angry that doctors were always on strike, and according to him, doctor, they too do. It's time to teach them a lesson. And angrily I said to him, do you know evil fools can be presidents? Because all you need in the democracy is to be able to, or in the military, to go to shoot your way to power, or in the democracy, to go to Bia Palo and know how to say just the wrong thing that you won't do. And if you can confuse them enough, they vote for you, only to find that they were wrong. But to read medicine require extra effort and a level of commitment and character to become a medical doctor. And now we have one who doesn't just possess these qualities, but also has entrepreneurial drive and a commitment to manage resources, to create and to own a facility such as this. I don't have the true story about your family background, but you haven't been introduced as the son of the richest people in Benin that we know, which means you have applied your intellect to create what you don't have in order to have this edifice, not just for your own comfort and profit, but to save life, as testified by the young lady whose son you have helped to, as you say, doctors treat, but God Almighty heals. So I congratulate you. I flipped through your brochure and I can see, I'm not a doctor, I can see very interesting machines and equipment. And from your narrative and the testimony by the young lady, really, you are going to be able to discourage the traffic to not only India, even to Ghana sometimes, to various parts of the world. And it's coming at a time when the dollar is not as easy as before. And there is no point going to buy $300, $400, 400 naira to a dollar to go and find out whether you have malaria or not. I think this is the real potent message, because you don't sermonize to the sick, not to seek where they can get help. And when a man is dying, what comes through his mind is not economics, it is survival. So the real way we can revise this whole thing about medical tourism is to have facilities in Nigeria. To be honest, no one of us here can pretend that we haven't, participated in this thing you call medical tourism. And I have seen many doctors today as governor of Edo State. I have received applications from doctors who tell me they want to go abroad for medical checkup. And sometimes I ask them, when the doctor is going abroad for medical checkup, how much confidence are we supposed to have in him when he comes back? But he said, does he trust himself, and he doesn't even trust his own colleagues. But the issues are very, very complex. Now, either you or I believe someone else said earlier that if you find 50 people waiting in a typical Indian hospital, waiting for surgery, that about 30% of them are Nigerians. It may well be true. But what is also true is that many Nigerians who procure tickets, procure foreign exchange to go overseas for treatment, they arrive there to find that the best doctors in those hospitals are Nigerians. So not just Nigerian patients, but also Nigerian doctors. So why are we exporting brains as a developing country? Those doctors will tell you that part of the frustration of a committed professional is that it can be extremely painful for a doctor who have the training, he has the skill, he has the commitment, he sees a patient he can help, but he doesn't have the wherewithal to carry out, to translate all that he knows and how to help that patient into practice, because there are no equipment. Medicine has advanced beyond trial and error, cut and nail practice. So I think we have a former minister here. He doesn't have responsibilities now to explain to us, but he will be reflecting in his mind. What can government do to restore integrity to health centers or medical centers in Nigeria? When I was growing up in Kaduna, we didn't like to see their doctors. Apologies for that. There is this joke by masters of ceremony in those days that when you see their doctor, he would have done the prescription before he asks you a question. Oh, you are welcome. What is your problem? Oh, I have malaria. Sorry, next. We used to say it in Kaduna. That is how much confidence Nigerians have on our own doctors, in our own facilities. But many things have gone wrong in the Nigerian environment, such that doctors spend more time on strike than they spend in the theater. And every excuse must be settled with a strike action. You had your share. I watched you one day lamenting that you were paying doctors who are on strike, call duty. Whereas they had been called out on strike, but they were being paid as if they were called to duty. Many things have to change. Listening to what you have accomplished here, it's not just a factor of all of those equipment. It's the human factor. If the orientation is inappropriate, facilities, equipment will not translate to good outcome. The human factor is central. And so I hope that this facility and what you are going to accomplish here is something that will encourage ministers in government, both state and federal, to try to understand what is it that our doctors do so well when they are employed by private clinics, and the same doctor would rather spend more time on strike when he is employed by government authorities. And that you can have a way of recruiting your doctors such that you don't expose patients to quacks. And yet in the Federal Ministry of Health, I believe you are familiar with this story, you had a man who knew next to nothing about medicine, who managed to work as a doctor in the Ministry of Health for over 10 years. Only God knows how many deaths he supervised. That you can have fake doctors in public establishments. But this is not my purpose today. My purpose is to join you and your management to celebrate this edifice and to have the honor to cut the tape and formally commission these facilities. But let me conclude by saying that in Edo State, we have built a new hospital that I think is as good as this. I want to put it like that. You don't go eating in somebody's house and then you start saying that your mama's soup. You have to say that this soup is the best. So in Edo, we build a hospital that is as good as this. When I'm outside here, I might describe it differently. But my dream is that government mustn't lament the behavior of our people. Government has to do something to influence that behavior. And one way to do it is to have facilities that, just looking at it, command confidence. And you go in to meet healthcare providers who are warm, who are friendly, and who have the competence to address their patients. And have a management system that allows doctors to be paid not on the basis of hatties or cutties or hooties that you people have negotiated in the Ministry of Health in Abuja and imposed on us in the state. That two doctors of the same qualifications need not go home with the same pay if one works harder than the other. There has to be a way to revisit, to have a national conversation on how to reconcile reward system with effort. Being paid because you have spent 4 years on the job, therefore you are entitled to promotion, call duty because you are a doctor, even when you are now doing administrative work. I don't know the qualification of the young lady that was introduced as the manager of the facility, but in other parts of the world, doctors are not good managers. They don't manage hospitals. They just carry out their profession. There are people who are trained to manage hospitals, and they know what it takes. So if you are a pediatric surgeon, you rather concentrate looking after children rather than going to be pushy files, which is better done by a young man who read business admin. It's not as challenging. So I hope that after this, you are a young man, up looking. I ask you to come home. I will give you certificate of occupancy. We will waive all charges so that you can have a bigger version. You know, Abuja, there are too many big people here, but they are all migrating from the city. So let's keep them where they are. So we will do that for you. Apply next week, even if you have not yet thought of it. Get it, secure it, and keep in your family home, so that in the future you can have one of these in Edo State. That will contribute to creating more opportunity for our people. Once again, I congratulate you. I'd like to congratulate members of your management, and indeed appreciate all those who have come from far and wide to be part of today's event. I'm happy to be here. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of our people. We are the best. We are the heartbeat of our nation. And I know that this facility is going to be an example to all the other hospitals that operate in Abuja. I know the minister is a bit jealous of this, but the truth is, Edo is the heartbeat of our great nation. But Edo is also part of that nation. Thank you very much.